In any given month, some stocks go up and some stocks go down. And that was the case for some of the stocks in my portfolio. Some of them dropped quite a bit. And in some cases, I really like those companies. So it provides a very good discount opportunity. I wanted to go over some stocks that dropped and share with you what I plan to do with those stocks. In one case, I'm going to be selling my position. I think that one company is a little too risky at this time, and I'm going to be letting go of that stock. I'll share that company name with you in this video. Now let's get into this list. These are all companies that you can see a longer video on my channel if you're interested in more details, but let's get started. I've been nibbling on some shares of Chegg, which is an education services company. It was truly left for dead by the market. The market believes that this company is only worth 2 cents on the dollar if you look at the high that was established during COVID. I happen to think the company is worth something. And if they survive and begin to grow, man, this is going to be a multi-bagger very quickly because the stock is so discounted. Having said that, in the month of August, the stock went down another 37%. I'm going to continue to nibble on shares of Chegg. It doesn't take a whole lot of money to buy these shares. And I just think the risk reward is really in my favor on Chegg. Again, if they just show some growth quarter over quarter for 2 consecutive quarters, I think this could easily be a $10 stock, if not a $20 stock, and a multi-bagger right away. Coinbase is up 136% in 1 year, yet in the month of August, it was down 18%. What's going on? Well, Bitcoin prices are down, cryptocurrency prices are down. BTC is down below 60,000. And as Bitcoin prices go down, so does Coinbase. It just goes down with that valuation. And if Bitcoin rallies, you'll really see Coinbase rally. Coinbase is a difficult stock to truly find an intrinsic value on because it's so new and it's in a new industry. Having said that, this has been just a high performing stock for my portfolio. I'm really glad I own it. Right now, I'm just holding my shares, waiting for another earnings to get more data. And if Bitcoin rallies, I should see my stock price really rally up. I don't see myself buying any more shares, even if the stock were to go down even further. Airbnb stock was down 16% in the month of August. Boy, it's really come down, and that represents most of the loss that investors have had over the course of a year. This is one of my big bets. I really like the business, and I believe now the business is really discounted. If you look at the share prices right now compared to the value of this company, I continue to believe this is just going to be a really valuable company. This should be far more valuable in 5 years. But travel is beginning to take a hit. Airline stock prices are really low, as well as the rest of the travel industry, which is really affecting the stock price for Airbnb. It'll be good to see an earnings for Q3, which their management guided that it would be a good quarter coming up. Looking forward to it. For now, I'm just going to hold my shares of Airbnb. I've got a lot of Airbnb stock. I don't need any more shares, and I'm really curious to see the next earnings for this company. Chevron saw its stock price go down by 8% in the month of August. Oil prices had rallied for a short period, but then really went down. And as oil prices go down, so will Chevron. Now, oil prices will not stay low forever. I happen to think they're probably going to be higher by the end of the year, and most definitely in 2025. And now is a good time to buy oil stocks, but I'm sitting on a lot of shares of Chevron. It's one of my bigger positions. That said, I'm going to just be holding my shares, but I'm actually buying and looking at buying other oil complex stocks as well because prices are discounted within the oil complex. Zim Integrated Shipping is a stock that really moves up and down, and more recently it came down 7% in the month of August. I really like owning shares in Zim. I have a very good gain, and I expect this stock's going to continue to rally because they keep outperforming expectations. They're profitable, generate a lot of cash, and pay a big dividend. And I happen to be bullish on the market for ocean freight. Having said that, I really like Zim. They bought new ships when they had lots of cash during the COVID years when they were making lots of profit. It's a well-operated company out of Israel. Overall, I really like the shares, and I will continue to buy shares of Zim on pullbacks. CVS is a healthcare stock. Now, everybody knows them as a retailer, which is in fact what they are. They're a pharmaceutical retailer where you get your prescriptions filled, but they also are a healthcare payer. They also want to provide healthcare services. Now, this stock has really not rallied for a long time. And more recently, in the month of August, it went down 5%. Now, I've been waiting a little too long for this stock to really start moving, and I have other terrific healthcare stocks that are doing great. If you saw my video on which stocks did really well in August, you saw that a couple of healthcare companies showed up. Having said that, I got to keep my winners winning, let them run, and I got to trim back on my losers. And CVS is one of those losers. I got to trim back. It's okay to keep watching the stock, but get that capital back into cash. It's a good time to get a little more cash as we enter into September, when I believe we're going to have a pretty good pullback. It'd be nice to have a little extra cash, so I'm going to cash out my shares of CVS. I'm very optimistic that Pfizer is going to do really well in the future. They took a lot of the gains they had during COVID, because if you recall, they had one of the two vaccines in the US and they made lots of money, lots of cash. They acquired another business that is doing really well. Overall, Pfizer has higher cash flows, higher revenues, higher profitability. And I think as we go through quarterly announcements, they're really going to surprise to the upside. And it's going to go back to its glory days of being a major cap within healthcare, maybe even chase Eli Lilly. We'll see. Very optimistic on Pfizer, and I'm going to keep buying shares on pullbacks of Pfizer. Alphabet Google stock was sold off in the month of August, and the stock price went down by 5%. I would gladly buy more shares of Google Alphabet. This is a terrific company with a very strong AI business. Their robotaxi business, Waymo, is doing really well, and that's going to come to market and begin to get monetized for the company. Their established businesses of search make so much money in cash. YouTube's doing great. YouTube's now the number one streaming platform in the marketplace, above Netflix. And they have a hyperscaler business that's really growing and it's very profitable. So I really like the business. It's the second biggest position I have in my portfolio. Now I'm happy to buy more shares. So that's my plan for August as I look at companies that saw their stock prices go down in price in August, setting up potentially better discounts for me to take advantage of. And in one case, one company is just a sick puppy. Got to get it out of the portfolio, create a little more cash, and be ready to buy on pullbacks. Just a reminder, I'm an individual investor just sharing my experience on YouTube. I'm not recommending you buy, hold, or sell any of the stocks I covered. Please make your investing decisions independent of this video. Thank you for watching. Good luck investing in 2024.